Hi y'all, I'm Allison, back with part 4 of my experiment with time blocking for the magical readathon that was at Orilium Academy. I know this is a little late, but at least I finally got it done, right? So this is going to be a Friday as my chaos continues. It became quite the juggling act to keep everything straight. So I hope you will enjoy this, and let's just go right into it. By the way, if you're not sure what I'm talking about, I will link part 1 of this playlist up in the corner for you so you can go and check out what turned out to be quite the undertaking. It was a lot of fun, but I think by the end of it, my brain was a little melted. All right, let's get right to the calendar and see what happened on Friday. So my last day of classes for the week has started, and I did make my morning class. Yay! Proud of me. You know, mornings they're not my forte. But I did make sure to set aside my hour to get back into Red Riding Hood. I've made more progress, obviously, and I'm really enjoying it so far. It's definitely got a dark fairy tale vibe to it, very gothic feeling, and things are just starting to kick off. So I am going to be using my study hall later on today to catch up on this book, I believe, because I am behind on it because I missed, I think, 2 classes. Yeah, I missed it yesterday afternoon and I missed it the other morning. So I am 2 hours behind on this book already. So I think this is going to be part of my study hall today, which is my last class of the day. I have an hour and a half of study hall tonight. So we will see if that ends up being my final decision. So right now, I just did my last unboxing for the charm list because this one came with presents, and I am doing a completely separate video of that, vlogging this book and opening the gifts. If you want to see, the last gift was really cool, and I'm excited about it. So this is just, I am loving it. I think I've got probably about 20 minutes left in today's class. I do have some cushion time because it's only like, I think 4:20, and I have until 6 to finish my afternoon classes, and I still have one more after this, but only for an hour long. So I should be able to gain back my time that I'm using to video because I don't want to get too far behind, and I wanted to open the gift on camera. So there's so much juggling that I've got going on. I am doing relatively well with the juggling of all the books. So it does get a little exhausting bouncing from book to book. I feel like I'm constantly watching the clock to see how many hours I have left to get my reading done, if there's going to be time, and then I'm keeping an eye on it as I'm reading. So I'm very time aware, and I don't know that I like that, but it seems to be working. So far, so good. I did finish my first book. I don't know if I came in and said that. And that's the other thing. I have no idea what. It's all one continual mesh up. It feels like one very long day. It's like, I don't know what I've talked about in videos. I don't know what I don't know if I'm coming or going. But it's working. And I think what's going to be really cool is next week, this will all pay off because all of a sudden I'm gonna finish a whole list of books, probably all at one time, because I'm pretty consistent with where I am in each book. So yeah, but I highly enjoy this. It is so wholesome and sweet, and the magic in it is unique. Again, it's just wholesome and sweet. It's a very uplifting kind of book, and I think this would be perfect for a summer beach read. All right, I'm going to get back, finish this class, and then I will check in with y'all in a bit. Okay, this is also weird. I went from a book with charmed cupcakes and comforting teas and just good, wholesome, vibes about friendship to the high school student who can sense dead bodies that are nearby. And it is so much darker, but at the same time, it still has that innocence of high school, to where there's the whole, does he like me kind of stuff going on with the, girl trying to catch the boy's eye and all of that innocence with dating and everything. with, I'm trying to decide how much to tell you because I don't want to give it away. Okay, cool. Okay, so it won't ruin anything. So Violet, our main girl in this, she senses echoes after somebody dies or even an animal. But it seems it's only if it's a violent death. There's an echo left behind and she can sense it and follow it. Sometimes it's in the form of a sound, or it might be something visual or even a smell. And the person who committed the crime has that same echo. So not only can she find a dead body, but she can unknowingly walk by the person who did it, and she will be immediately aware because no two echoes are the same. So the victim and their killer will match, but no two crimes are the same. So everything's distinctive to that one crime. And this one gets quite dark, like I said, while still maintaining your normal high school troubles. And I really, really enjoy this series. Like if you liked Good Girl's Guide to Murder, this would be a really good fit. But bouncing from the two, so different. And I didn't even take a break between. I put one down and picked the other one up. So my mind's like, what? But at least I didn't have to worry about the two books overlapping because completely different tone. All right. So I did my 1 hour with this book and I have made considerable progress, but I had to stop, it just abruptly. Which reminds me, where did I leave my book? Just a second. Great, I don't know where it is. Duh, it's on my stack. A charmed list. My class ended. Look what I have left. That's it. And I had to close the book and stop reading it. So, we are now officially into Friday night, and I have 1 more hour with this book. I don't have to read it right away, but I might since I've been reading already. And then I have an hour and a half of study hall. Yay. And I can use that to catch up in any of today's classes. So as you can see, that's either shape-shifting. There we go. Or restoration, which would be this one, or elemental studies. Should probably be strategic and look at my exam schedule, which I will switch out for you. Okay, as much as I would love to finish Charmed List, because I am so close, I have a whole nother week before I need to finish this book. So there will be no problem finishing this. Elemental Studies, this is the last class I have. So there is definitely no rush on that one. I am going to read for today's class though. And Shapeshifting out of today's group is the closest class that I have. So I will probably use that hour and a half to go back into Red Riding Hood because I did miss a lot of that. And then use my time over the weekend for Conjuration for sure. I gotta make up that time because that test is coming up quick. So I don't know. All I know is right now I have another hour with Desires of the Dead. So I am going to jump back into that for the hour and then figure out my study hall. We will see. So far, it's so good though. I'm surprised at how well I'm juggling this. I'm optimistic that I'm going to be able to do this. I should at least be able to get a B grade. I don't think I'm going to fail. I might fail 1 or 2 classes, but I think it's going to work out all right. Okay, I've got more reading to do, and I will be back with y'all later. The bell rang, and of course, it's at a very pivotal point because it seems like the bell always knows when something major is about to happen. And it tears me away from the book, and now I have to wait until Monday night to find out what's going to happen. So poor Violet, everything's kind of coming down and crashing down around her ears, and I have to leave her like that until Monday. It's just mean. I hate leaving my characters in bad situations. It's like, if you have to leave them, let them be doing something happy, She could have been out on a picnic or something, but nope. I have to abandon this one. And by the way, the bookmarks are working beautifully, so I am filling them in. Oh, I gotta fill in my time. So I did do the 1 hour. I am now on page... Okay, did y'all see what I did? I took the bookmark out to write down the time. And I don't know what page I was on. So give me a second. Oh, okay. I did. I stuck another piece of paper in there. Okay. Yay, I was thinking after all. I assumed I wasn't because, yeah, that's normally the safe assumption. So I'm on page 244. Yeah, I'm 2.5 hours behind on this. So I can use 1.5 hours today to catch up on that. So I have yet more reading to do. And I think after I do this one, I'm going to show y'all because Storygraph started a new thing to where you can see your reading trends and you can, see how many days in a row you go with reading before you miss a day. And my graph, it was just like flatlined. And then once this started, I shot up. So I think on one of the days I read like 400 and something pages. I'll put a graph of that up at the end so you can see. But let's go ahead and get today's pages on it to see how ridiculous it gets. I should stop blabbing. I've got more reading to do after I hop into a different story. This one is going to be a harder transition because these are both kind of, these are both on the darker side. Although this one is a modern, like, high school setting, and this one, think more, I guess, medieval village, remote location. So we do have those differences. All right. Yeah, I'm stalling now, so I'll see y'all in a bit. Okay, so I finished Study Hall. Made serious progress on this one. Assuming y'all can see that. There we go. That's what's left. I have read... Actually, I'll put this graphic up for y'all. Do you see this? This was a Saturday when this all started. When I did my 2 hours. Sunday, I didn't read anything. Here's Monday's classes. That was a busy day. And then Tuesday. Here's Wednesday. Thursday. Today, 505 pages. My brain is just... Lily's right here. Yeah. She just pulled my mic off. This book is good. This would be really good for October. It's definitely got a gothic, spooky vibe going on. Lily, no. Want to see her? Lily. What you have? Come here. You got your pickle. Yeah, you got your pickle. Okay. Well, there's Lily. Okay. If you haven't seen the movie, you would probably really like the book. But it follows the movie, at least my memory of the movie, like almost exactly. So I know what's coming. I saw this movie when it came out way back in the day. And again, this would be really good for October if you haven't seen it. But the movie came out first and then the book was written. And there's really not much added to it that I can see. I'm just kind of like, yeah, I know, as I'm reading along, I'm recalling the movie and seeing it play by play in my head. And so I know what's coming. But other than that, it's a good book. If I hadn't seen it, I would probably really love this book. I got through my first week of school. And I honestly expect to finish all my books next week. No problem. The question is, though, can I finish them before my test dates come up? That may be what gets me. Since I've got my test starting on Tuesday, and I don't know if my schedule is going to allow me to get to all of my books before the test comes. Therein lies the challenge. It's going to be a matter of scheduling. So we will see how that turns out. And I am looking forward to doing this again for August. Keep wanting to call it September. And I think I'm going to add some twist to it because, I gotta. You know what's going to happen. All right, so I hope you've enjoyed this so far, and I got through my first week. Okay. I have no idea how Nocilla's done. I haven't heard from her. I'm assuming I'll hear from her soon. So anyway, I hope to see y'all soon, and I will be back with probably let you know how my exams are going. Yeah, I guess that's where we'll be going next. I don't know. We'll find out together. Anyway, y'all have a great one, and I'll see you next time. Bye.